Welcome to the 50/60 Show, a segment from Unveil the Real podcast.
Where we will always bring 110%.
I'm your host, Scoobs.
And I'm Coach Rosey.
A little bit about me. I love the game of football. It teaches you hard work and honor and discipline. It's been a part of my family my whole life. And as far as coaching goes, I've been coaching for a little over 7 years. And, just trying to catch up with this young man next to me. But hey, I love the game, and why not do this?
A little bit about me. I've been coaching for the past 16 years, and football has had a major impact on my life, and it has really played a major role in helping me become the man that I am today. I'm a father of two and a husband to my beautiful wife, Tabitha. I can always look back at crucial points in my life and have been able to relate that back to a lesson that I may have learned while I was playing football.
Yeah, that's deep. That's dope. That's dope, man. Yeah, so I do appreciate that. Hey, this is what it's all about. It's all about football, right? Hey, even the first time me and you met each other, it was probably one of the hottest days of the year, two of that. I think I started coming during 2 days, but obviously summertime before school actually started, but
And it was wild because this dude comes in, has a full mustache. We're like, this dude's like a junior or something? Like, you a transfer? He like, nah. And it's funny because his voice was real squeaky, right? So he's like, no, I'm a freshman. And we're like, you a freshman? That's great. We're like, this dude got a full mustache. And we all like, man, we can't wait till our mustache coming in, right? So that was always a funny memory to look back on for sure.
Yeah, it was for sure. And of course, we're all freshmen, so we're all getting to know each other and things like that. And then I think that was probably one of the funniest moments when I told everybody what team I played for, and which we were not that good. I think the coaches and all took us out to eat just for scoring our first touchdown. It was a tough season. It was a new team, new coaches and all that good stuff. But I think Rosey, once I mentioned what team I played for, I think that
I immediately was like, was your number, I can't remember now, but was your number so-and-so? He was like, yeah, it was me. I was like, you was like blitzing up the freaking A-gap the whole time, every play. He's like, yeah, that's what I did every play. I'm like, yeah, I remember you for
Coach
sure.
realized he had me blitz a couple times. That was it. That really gave us a good chance of winning the game. It didn't happen, but.
And I played offensive line, so it's my job to stop him. He's just running full speed, and I'm like, okay, I need to chop block this dude or something. It's crazy.
It was always a good competition, though. And one good thing about it, I learned so much from just that 8th grade season, which was in about
2003.
2003. It was an 8th grade season, yeah. So, yeah, man. So, but again, I haven't witnessed myself. Just regardless of losing all of those games. It really taught me a lot. So going into my freshman year, me and this young man, we became captains. We became leaders as freshmen, you know what I'm saying? And even though it was more so like JV, but as freshmen and just representing the whole freshman class, we really stood out and we worked hard, So that's one thing I'll say about that. All right, so enough with, back in the day, reminiscing and all. Let's talk about something more current. Let's get into the week 1 picks. Week 1 regular season picks, man. All right, so what you got, Rosey?
So first game, Thursday night, Chiefs, Ravens. This will be a big game. I I think it's going to be a really good game. I think when you got Patrick Mahomes and you got Lamar Jackson, two of the top like elite quarterbacks in the league. Just me being from Kansas City, I'm probably going to take Pat every week, so I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, yeah. Me as well. You know, I'm going to go with the Chiefs this week. If anybody watched the game last year, that was one of the most like explosive and entertaining games. You know, Lamar showed us he showed his tail off. You know, Mahomes did too as well. We had a few little mistakes, but hey, we came home with the dub. You know, so I'm going with the Chiefs too.
A great game to open up the NFL season, and the Chiefs are going to drop that Super Bowl championship banner that game, so it's going to be great. Moving on, let's go Packers, Eagles. Who you got?
Man, I'm going with the Packers.
Okay.
I'm going with the Packers, man. Jordan Love, you know, he got that money. You know, around here we call him J Money. That's what people call him around here, J Money. So, it's a tough pick. You know, Eagles are always a good powerhouse, but I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Okay. I'm going to go Eagles. You know, Jalen Hurts, he's also in that conversation of like, you know, elite level quarterbacks, and you know, whenever they get into a bond and they can use that like brotherly shove, like that works a lot on like 4th and 1, and I think that's going to help them in this battle of two NFC powerhouses. Moving on, we got the Steelers and the Falcons. Who you got?
Man, I chose the Falcons. Y'all Falcons, man, y'all cooking up something. Y'all definitely cooking up something, man. I'm watching y'all very closely, but they've been, as far as just scouting and recruiting and picking up free agents, they are doing a magnificent job. So, Falcons, you know, I know that's a toughie, but I'm going with the Falcons.
Yeah, so I also picked the Falcons in this one. This was one that I kind of was wavering on a little bit just because I love Mike Tomlin and I feel like he's one of the best coaches in the league, and I love his coaching style and that thing, and his decision to pick up Russell Wilson and Fields was like a different choice this offseason by going and picking up two free agent quarterbacks. But we will see. I just believe the Falcons have a little bit more right now.
Yeah. Man, hey, I want to comment too, man. He got a 2-for-1 deal on that. I mean, that's just it was good timing. I mean, and as far as I'm concerned, I believe Russell Wilson is still going to be the starting quarterback. You know, at least week 1 or at least the first play of the game. I don't know, but I will mention that like that's good coaching, good choices by Mike. All right, so let's get into the Cardinals Bills, man. Who you got for the Cardinals Bills?
Cardinals Bills. I'm taking Buffalo. Josh Allen is just, I mean, he's a pretty good game-changing quarterback for them. You know, he can get into the mode where, you know, he has to go take over a game and go do it. Just hasn't been successful against the Chiefs the past few years, but I have seen him be able to go do that. And the Cardinals, you know, Kyler Murray's solid. They just picked up Marvin Harrison Jr. as well, and he's going to be a factor as well. I just think right now Buffalo has the experience on their side, and they're going to take that one. You know, who you got in that one?
Man, no, I'm definitely going with the Bills as well. Cardinals, I'll mention this first. Cardinals, you know, overall I haven't heard too much. They do have a few good players, you know, some great players actually, but in my opinion, they just haven't made a lot of noise this summer. You know, you haven't heard too much. That could be a good thing, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not making no noise, you know, who's hearing you, who's watching you, you know. But again, I'm going with the Bills. Josh Allen did start in the week 1 preseason. I mean, he only played a few plays or whatnot, but you know, let's just hope the best, because he did have to scramble one time, which is like, wow, you're already scrambling in the preseason, bro. Come on. So, yes, but I'm going with the Bills. Bills, Josh Allen, he can get it done. just something about him, you know, in that postseason, he just cannot get it done.
For sure.
All right.
So, you know, moving on, we got Titans, Bears. Who's your selection here?
For me, man, I chose the Titans. I chose the Titans, man. They you know, they got Mr. I haven't came up with a name for it yet, Mr. Mayonnaise, Mr. Mayonnaise himself, but they have a good core group, solid defense as well. Their defense is always pretty good, but overall, man, you know, it's week 1. I think I'm gonna go with the Titans. You know, they got a lot more vets. Chicago's pretty stacked too, man, but I just don't know if they're just gonna spark everyone week 1.
So I'll say I'm taking the Bears. This is a team that I think can be a shocker this year. I think they're going to be a sleeping giant. Caleb Williams, the #1 pick, you know, he's looking really good in training camp. I've been watching Hard Knocks and keeping up with that show, and Caleb Williams and DeAndre Swift and, you know, C.J. Moore and you got Keenan Allen. And they're like, you know, organization has really put a lot of guys together that I think is going to be impact. If not this year, you know, I expect to see something similar to the Texans last year, where they had where they first picked up C.J. Stroud, and then they just, you know, put a lot of people around him and were able to do a lot of great things. I expect to see a big stride forward for the Bears this year.
Me too, man. I mean, it's just that week 1, you know, it's just a lot for your first, you know what I'm.
So, I get your pick. You got the Titans, but who's Mr. Mayonnaise? Who is this?
Okay, I'm sorry. So Mr. Mayonnaise, man, is Mr. Will Levis. Okay, that's the starting quarterback for the Titans, right? I mean, he's really making a name. I will give him that. He actually has a commercial. He has a commercial displaying his new fragrance. Apparently, I mean, the hype is it smells pretty good, but it's supposed to smell like mayonnaise. If y'all know, man, look it up. If y'all know anything about him, it's pretty disgusting, actually. He puts mayonnaise in his coffee, and he loves eating mayonnaise sandwiches with just bread and mayonnaise. So again, I know as silly as it sounds, hey, you know, I forgot the name of the company, but they found out, and now he has his own little sales commercial. And I will say this too, it sold out within, I think, 1 day, as soon as it sold out. So I'm
not sure I want to smell like mayonnaise, but you know, I can relate to some of that, like, you know, mayonnaise sandwich piece. When I was younger, you know, I really like barbecue sauce sandwiches. Just like barbecue sauce and bread, you know, how you like go to Gates, which is a KC staple, you know, that bread that's on the bottom.
Yes.
You know, that's just like the best thing on the plate sometimes, you know. So, you know, I just really love those like barbecue sauce sandwiches. So I get, when you find your thing, it's like, hey, I want this on everything. When you find that, then you use that, you know. You know, that's a little, that may be a little hood, you know, but I'll take that, you know. That's my piece there, you know. That's whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So.
What you said, look, the maple, look, I came from the syrup sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's another reason why we was on the line.
Everybody has their thing. Everybody has their thing. Yes.
All right.
Patriots, Bengals.
Man. What did I chose? Oh, I chose the Bengals. Burrow's back. Burrow, aka Pat's son. He's back. He's looking healthy. He's another one that also started in week 1 preseason. So, man, he looked good. He was throwing that thing right on the money. He threw a easy little touchdown pass to, I believe it was T. Higgins. But, yeah, I'm going with Burrow, man. I have no faith in the Patriots, but I do like the rookie quarterback that they have, Mr. May. I forgot his first name. Drake May. Yeah, he's going to be the future.
So I'll say, I have a little personal connection with the Patriots. William Bradley King, who played for us at Hogan. We was both like honored to have a player of that caliber to come through Hogan with us, and he's with the Patriots, and I think Coach Jared Mayo is definitely turning things around. But I think right now my pick is going to be the Bengals, just out of just more experience right now, and just being able to put together a total package. But I do think the Patriots are on the rise.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to get back right, But that's the NFL, I mean, hey, we're hyping up the Bears so much, but look at their past season for so long. So yeah. All right. So let's get in. Who's next, man? The Texans Colts, Texans and Colts, man. Who you got?
Texas, I went ahead and went with the Texans in this one. C.J. Stroud had a great season last year. They brought in a lot of younger receivers. You got Tank Dell and some other guys on that team that really took the NFL by storm. And I mean, they were lighting up fantasy football last year. I'm really excited to see what the Texans are going to do this year, because they made a big, playoff run and did a lot of things for a team that hasn't had a lot of postseason success. I will say, the Texans are a team that keep on your radar for sure.
I agree. I actually chose the Texans too as well for this week 1 pick. I mean, you definitely said it, man. C.J. Stroud. I mean, I think he shocked the world, midway through the season. I mean, his numbers really speak for itself as well, but he's so young, got that strong arm, and, I mean, just talented, And like you mentioned, one of his best friends, Tank Dell, as well. I mean, that matchup, it's pretty dangerous, Nice deep threat, but Tank can almost do it all.
And, I want to mention, Anthony Richardson from the Colts is also another up-and-coming quarterback who I think we will see great things from too. He's just one that I want to see him probably run a little less. He's a bigger body, and I've just seen that with those mobile quarterbacks who can take too many hits too early and kind of end it. Kind of like, RG3 was one who was fantastic his first year, and then he just started to take too many hits over time, and it really cut his career short. So I would like to see Anthony Richardson definitely use his legs in crucial moments, but rely more on his arm, because he has one. I mean, he can really sling it out there.
He does.
So
that he was the biggest question mark, I think, in last year's draft, because I do believe he will get it done. You know what I'm saying? But again, just like Lamar had to learn as well, you can't run. You just can't run every time nobody's open, and you got to rely on your receivers. Yeah. You got to rely on your offensive line, and sometimes, hey, you got to throw it away. But luckily, Anthony Richardson, he's so young, talented. I mean, you can tell he has a hell of an arm.
He's a big dude. He's like a dang tight end running out there. He's a big guy. One
more thing I want to mention too. I guess you could say it's kind of like breaking news. I don't know if you heard about this, but because you mentioned RG3, But it's kind of sad, but it's crazy. Like he just got released from, I believe it was ESPN.
Did see that.
But it was almost two years early on his contract.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna get back to y'all on that to really get a better understanding of what's going on, because that's like, how do you? Yeah, again, he had a great college career. You know, going to the pros. You know, he really started off very good, honestly, but it just went downhill. You know, he couldn't utilize his legs and the arm. You know, and it's a league of professionals. So, you know, hopefully, you know, RG3, man, hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing. We know you're doing great.
He'll be fine.
We know you're doing all right.
Always does. He'll be fine.
All right. So let's get on to who's next.
Okay, so I want to do a little something different for these next few picks. We're gonna call this rapid fire picks. Rapid fire picks. Okay. On this next piece, each of us has 5 seconds to tell us their pick. Okay, 5 seconds. Tell us their pick, and then we're gonna move forward. Okay. Here we go. Rapid fire picks. Okay. We got Saints, Panthers.
Panthers.
Panthers. Okay.
Who you got?
I am going with the Saints in this one. Yes. Okay. Moving on. Here we go. Vikings, Giants.
I got the Vikings, man.
You got the Vikings. I'm taking the Giants.
Okay.
Chargers, Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders, man. Raiders. Sad to say, but they're looking pretty good this year. I think they're gonna be a problem.
I'm taking Chargers. Okay. Broncos, Seahawks.
Taking the Seahawks.
Me too. Also taking Seahawks. Browns, Cowboys.
Whew, that was a tough one. This is a tough one. I'm going with the Browns.
Browns. Okay. I am going with the Cowboys. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Washington, Tampa.
I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers.
I'm also going with
the Buccaneers. Yeah.
Rams, Lions.
Man, I'm going with the Lions. Lions are going to do good.
In this Sunday night football game, this was one that's up in the air. I'm going Rams. Okay. Monday night, we can slow this one down. Focus a little more on Monday night here. We got Jets and we got San Francisco.
And listen, I got the 49ers, man. I can't four-play A-Rod. I can't go with you right now, 4-play.
We'll come back to that right there for sure. I'm definitely taking the 49ers. Speaking of 4-play A-Rod, okay, let's transition to our next piece here. Should Aaron Rodgers play in this preseason?
I believe he should. I mean, he has something to prove. He needs to give the fans something to believe in as well. Yes. Because right now you're seeing different franchise quarterbacks, some of the top quarterbacks in the league. They're all starting in a preseason game, while Mr. 4-play A-Rod.
Just to give some little clarification for those who don't know, we're calling him 4-play A-Rod because last year he played 4 plays, and then that was it. The season was over. Made a bunch of money. 4 plays. I say he needs to play sometime in the preseason. Yeah. You know, he is getting up in age.
Just a few plays.
You know, just give him that run through. Yeah. I think last season that kind of hurt him, and he went from no game action to like 100%, and it was too much. Yeah. And that's why he had his injury, you know. Yeah. But I think, you know, that will not have a negative effect on his career. He's already a future Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion. But I know New York Jets fans would love to see more than just 4 plays from him this year.
Hey, I believe off those 4 plays alone, I think he made $75 million off of those 4 plays.
$75 million for 4 plays. That's a pretty good return on that investment there. You know, that's pretty good there.
I can't hate them for finesse.
For sure.
You know?
Okay. Well, moving forward, we have a segment that we will be talking about every show. This segment is called Get 'em Choppin'.
Woo!
Get 'em choppin'.
Get 'em choppin'.
So, did you see where Olympic, you know, she is everything. Yeah. Simone Biles on the sideline of her husband's football game, who plays for the Bears with a customized Green Bay Packers jacket.
I seen it, and again, you know, nobody's counting pockets or anything like that, but it's like, come on, man. Like you're on the sidelines, people are gonna think you're confused or something's wrong with you. But again, hey, get them chopping.
So, you know, I'll give her a little credit. It's a customized jacket. Yeah. Most of it was pictures of her husband when he played for the Packers. Going back to the, you know, like status piece. You guys have enough money to go get a new jacket made. That's my only piece. It's like, you know, let's go, you know, get that jacket remade, because you don't want to be on the sideline of a Bears game wearing a division opponent on your back, you know. So with that, like my guy said, Simone Biles, you got to get him chopping.
Get 'em chopping.
You got to get him chopping. Yes. Okay, so our last segment.
You know, since this is our first, you know, official episode, our last segment we want to get started off with, we want to get the Super Bowl picks out the way. Super Bowl picks, man. All right. So who you got? Who you got, Rosey?
So from the NFC, I'm thinking the Detroit Lions. They came up very, very close last year. Came up against the 49ers in a close game. You know, 49ers just had a little bit too much for them last year. But I think, you know, in this next year, with another year under Dan Campbell's belt, you know, I think the Lions will come out on top in the NFC. You know. And, you know, it's very hard to go against, you know, in Pat we trust. So, you know, AFC, my selection is the Kansas City Chiefs. My Super Bowl matchup is KC versus Detroit.
All right. So for me, man, let's go. Okay, I'm going to start with the AFC. I'm going to start it with it, you know, Kingdom, you know, Pat, Mr. Pat. So I'm going with the Chiefs first. You know, I just believe overall, I think the Chiefs have been doing a magnificent job just getting all the weak areas ready, you know, getting everybody ready, you know, all the backups ready, you know. So anyway, AFC, I'm going with the Chiefs. NFC, I'm going to go with the 49ers. I think it's going to be another rematch, man. Okay. Like for what this would be probably the third time. You know what I'm saying? But I think, you know, they're going to figure out the Ayuk contract situation. But I think just moving forward, I mean, they still have enough weapons to get the job done. Their O-line is still nice and healthy. They just got to figure out how to pay a couple more players. And, you know, if everyone stays healthy, I truly believe it's going to be a rematch again.
I think for the 49ers' sake, I hope they don't get back, because I don't think they can handle losing a third one to the Chiefs. I don't think the city of San Francisco can handle 3 L's. So that's our new rival. So that would be interesting. We're a long way away from there, but you know, those picks are locked in now. So I'm going Chiefs Lions. He's going
Chiefs 49ers, man.
This is the rematch.
Chiefs 49ers.
All right, man. Well, hey, Well, thank you all again for tuning in to this episode, the 50-60 Show, featuring me, Scoobs, and Coach Rosey. Hey, but we will see you guys soon. Please tune in, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you all. And comment below.
They try to define you, but you are the ingredient to your own success. Luscious, eggy, smell like greatness. Will Levis, number 8, Parfum de Mayonnaise.